All right, you guys, I just want to make you a little video on the Grimburg Gavle and then also some of the other popular CO2 guns or less lethal launchers that I have acquired here over the last few months. So I'll kind of start down at the weaker end of the line. This is the Sabre. Definitely very light. And if you press this button here, it just kind of pops out the CO2, and inevitably some of these projectiles will fall out. And see so two of them dropped out there, but you can see the pepper balls and the CO2 loads into here. And then you just kind of pop that sucker back in and you twist to activate. They have a safety on the back. You can kind of see down the sight line there, right? And this thing is a lot of fun to shoot. You can watch other videos on it. I'm just kind of giving you a sample of like some of the side-by-sides. This is the Salt S2. The black on black is pretty freaky looking, like it actually looks like a real gun. You can kind of see down the sight here and see everything that's going on. I think it's a lot of fun just to own. It looks cool. I wouldn't go rolling around the neighborhood with it like trying to look bad or anything. It's just like a little fun toy. Definitely with like the 68 caliber projectiles, it's no joke. I wouldn't go firing this like in your backyard if you're in a crowded neighborhood, but like if you're out in the country, this could definitely do a little bit of damage, like and help you with like self-protection. And you just pop this guy like right in the bottom. The CO2 is loaded in here. And as far as the magazine, if you want to call it that, the safety has to be on. There's just a little button over here that you press and it pops out, and you can see the 68 caliber projectiles in there, and you just load them up. You just pop them. It's pretty easy. And then you just click right in there. Pop, pop. You can hear it go. Pop the safety off. And yeah, good to go with that. Now, here's also a secondary magazine. You can order an extra magazine. They aren't too expensive. And here's like the some of the kinetic rounds. They're kind of plastic. You can fire them with both of those, I think. Here's the metal projectiles and maybe some of the 12 gram CO2 that you can order with that. Now, what I really had my eye on is this Grimburg Gavle, and I just got this today. Made an earlier video, and I kind of put the CO2 in there just a little bit, started to thread it. I ordered a grip extension through Wixen, which I mentioned in my last video. You could definitely still fire this, the Gavle. But, if you're a bigger guy, I would say like Wixen offers a grip extension, which is supposed to be here on Friday, and I think that's really going to help. So yeah, that gives you a look at the Gavle here and what's going on. It's probably about as heavy as the Salt S2, maybe even a little lighter. Here, I'm going to hold both of these at the same time for you. Yeah, the Salt is more heavy. So actually the Gavle's pretty light, which I didn't expect. Now it's not loaded or anything, and but I like this black on black. It's pretty slick. I was kind of wanting to go with something a little more creative, but in the end I decided, just black on black is fine. It's sleek. Not really going to be doing too much with these anyway. They're just kind of like to collect and fire when I'm out in the country or whatnot. Like shoot some watermelons or coconuts. I don't know. We'll see what happens. These are the Gavle V3 projectiles. They are pretty heavy. I have a scale, but I think when people say they're maybe like 7 grams or something like that, I believe it. They have a little bit of weight to them. Certainly would not want to get hit by that's a copper nylon composite. At least that's what my research has told me. Here's the CO2. This is the 16 gram threaded CO2. It's very heavy. So this gives you an idea of like the Gavle, the Salt S2, the Sabre launcher, some of the different rounds you can get with them. I think the Salt, for like your money, the Salt and the Sabre, you can get both of those at, like 100, maybe 200 with everything here, about closer to 300 with everything here. And then the Gavle's a little more pricey, but I think that the Gavle is like more no nonsense, and if you have the money to splurge, it's pretty cool. And I think when the grip extension comes in, it's going to look a little bit better because then the CO2 won't be sticking out, which is a common problem. If you're a bigger guy, yeah, I'd say grip extension. That's one of the first things holding it, I would say grip extension is a big help. But it looks really well made. I'm very pleased. It just came in today. And I will probably be making some videos firing these off for you here in the near future.